So let's now finish our test with performing the assertions. So let's go to our browser and let's just fill it with some random values, just like we have done in the test. And write a message, I like Cypress. And now submit the form. And now, as you can see, we have this nice area where we have your message has been sent and some values which we have submitted. So right now we can perform some assertion. So typically we can start with actually asserting that this page does even exist. So let's inspect it. And as you can see, we have this ID of contact form success header, or we can use the contact form submission. Again, we have multiple options. In this case, let's just change it to class so we have more examples. So I'm gonna grab the contact form submission. I'm gonna go back and I would like to write assertion. So sci.get. In this case, we are using classes, so we need to use the dot sign provided with the value. And now again should, and again let's test it's visible. Now let's continue, and it would be nice to actually get and assert these values. And in this case we can inspect the value here, and as you can see we have a class of field value, but it's actually not unique. Every of the other ones has the same. So how can we do it? And here comes another power of Cypress, and we can actually chain the get with contains and with assertion in one line command. Let me show you example. Let's say I want to assert that this field value contains name Peter and it does exist. So I'm gonna grab the class and I'm gonna start writing assertion sci.get. Again, we are using classes, so use dot. And now we can chain it with contains. In our case, we have submitted Peter. And now we can do the third, which is should, and again be visible. And if you take a look, it's a very nice combination of multiple selectors, and it still can be done as a single one-line command. So we want to get some field value which contains the text of Peter, and we want to make sure it's visible on the page. Again, very simple, yet very powerful. So let's do the same for the rest. And as you can see, this will be pretty much the same. So I'm gonna just copy and paste it multiple times. I think we have 4 more values, so let's do it. So 1, 2, 3, 4. And now I just want to change the value to water. Here I would like to change the value to red, because our assertion needs to reflect what we actually type inside. And we know all the selectors are on the class of field value and only the name has been changed. Here it should be the email value. So in my case, it's peter@test.com. And last but not least is our message, I like Cypress. And that should be it. If I now save it and go to test, it should perform our test and all the assertion and everything should be working. And we are done. As you can see, our test log is pretty large, so our test looks very nice. And as you can see, everything has been successfully filled. And after that, we have performed all of these assertions. And thanks to Cypress and using the combination of the getting selectors using text and assertion, we can create multiple one-line simple assertions with no problem. Again, this is a very nice power of Cypress. And if you want to even make these tests even more readable, we can extract these values into the variables, which will be, I would say, pretty much good idea, so we don't make a mistake of this. So at the top, we can start creating the variables. We can give it a description, something like variables with data. Again, you can name it something different. This is just the first which came to my mind. And I'm gonna create const and let's say name. And in this case, it will be Peter. Next, I'm gonna create a variable for the checkbox of water. So we can, let's go, what we can do. It's your favorite drink. And the second one is color. So we can create drink equal water. Next one we have color. In our case, it will be red. Next we have email. So let's provide it with the email value. And last we have our message. So our message is I like Cypress. So let's copy it here. And right now we can change the values to use the variables. So here I would like to use name. Here we have drink. Here we have color. Next we have email. And next we have a message. Now let's put the same here to make sure we are trying to contain the name, drink, and let's do the same for the rest. We have color, email, and message. And this way we make sure that we are putting the values together, so we will always assert the name which we put here, we should name it here. And whenever we want to change some data, we can simply change it here and it will automatically be changed across all of the tests. So let's save it. And let's see, our execution is running again. And our test is still passing as it's supposed to be passing. So let's go back. And yeah, we have successfully created a very nice test. Actually, this one is simulating much more real examples because filling forms, inputs, working buttons, this is very common automation practice, which you will be doing across multiple tests. And we have also extracted the values here. In the next and more advanced videos, I'm gonna show you even how to use fixtures, which can grab and hide your test data outside of your test and actually load them from external file, which is even more better and clean solution. But that is more advanced topic and we will get to it later. But for now, this is a very good solution, which will reduce our code like duplication and problems where you sometimes type something different and try to assert something different as well. Yeah, I hope you understand everything correctly. If again, any questions, just feel free to ask. I will try to help you, but I believe that you will have no problem understanding and making the Cypress work like this.